Hello, welcome to another news program today to talk about Chelsea. The situation at Chelsea is dramatic. Cole Palmer, the team's brightest star this season, will be sidelined until after the next international break. And unfortunately, he's far from being the only one. Enzo Maresca, the man tasked with leading the Blues, is now dealing with an injury crisis that's edging towards double digits. Almost half a squad unavailable at the same time. The big question, can Chelsea survive this storm? Let's take a closer look. Let's start with Cole Palmer himself. At just 23 years old, he's quickly become Chelsea's talisman, their most decisive player in big games. But he has been struggling for weeks with a groin injury. It first became obvious in that loss against Manchester United, where he left the pitch limping. Against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, he looked visibly uncomfortable, pushing through the pain just to stay on. And at West Ham, he couldn't even complete the warm-up, withdrawing from the starting 11 at the last moment. After consultations with the club's medical staff, Palmer has agreed to take a full rest. No surgery, at least for now. The hope is that a few weeks out will allow him to recover naturally. That means, though, he'll miss 3 crucial fixtures: Brighton, Liverpool and Benfica. And perhaps even more significantly, he's unlikely to be available for Thomas Tuchel's England squad next month. But Palmer is only one name on a growing list. Tosin Adarabioyo is out with a calf problem. Wesley Fofana unbelievably suffered concussion symptoms after the Carabao Cup tie against Lincoln. And here's the bizarre part: the incident happened when Chelsea's own goalkeeper, Philip Jorgensen, accidentally punched Fofana in the head while attempting to clear a cross. Fofana completed the full 90 minutes, but afterwards the medical team confirmed his symptoms and ruled him out. Add to that Levi Colwill, Liam Delap and Dario Esugo, all already sidelined. Maresca is still uncertain whether Romeo Lavia and Badiashile will be ready to return in time for Brighton. Mark Gue missed the Lincoln trip with a knock. And both Joshua Kimpong and Joao Pedro only resumed training on Thursday, one recovering from illness, the other from injury. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, there's Facundo Buonanotte, the Argentine playmaker who seemed the perfect candidate to step into Palmer's shoes, cannot play this weekend. Why? Because the game is against Brighton, his parent club. A cruel twist of fate for Maresca. The manager is now left scrambling for alternatives, struggling even to fill his bench. Maresca himself has hinted at what he believes to be the root cause of this crisis. He points to the relentless calendar, and especially Chelsea's extended run in the Club World Cup earlier this year. Remember, it was in the United States that the Blues were crowned world champions, beating Paris Saint-Germain in a final dominated by Palmer's brilliance. A great triumph, yes, but one that came at a cost. The extra matches, the travel, and the intensity of competing on multiple fronts seemed to have caught up with the squad. Speaking ahead of the Brighton clash, Maresca was clear: we've decided to protect Cole to stop him from making the injury worse. With rest, we believe he can recover 100% and be fully fit after the international break. No surgery is needed, it's just about managing the pain. His words show caution, but also frustration. This is not the situation he wanted at such a crucial stage of the season. And yet, despite the crisis in defence, Maresca made one thing clear: Axel Disasi, currently frozen out in the so-called bomb squad, is very unlikely to be recalled. That leaves Chelsea alarmingly short of central defenders, heading into matches where defensive solidity will be absolutely vital. So, what does all this mean for Chelsea's immediate future? Their next 3 fixtures are Brighton, Liverpool and Benfica. All hugely important, all without their main creative force, and with a defence patched together out of whoever is fit. For a squad that only weeks ago was celebrating a world title, the contrast couldn't be sharper. From champions of the world to something resembling a hospital ward, the key question is simple: can Maresca find a way to keep Chelsea competitive, even with so many absentees? Or will this injury crisis derail their season entirely? Over to you, what do you think the Blues' chances are? Can they hold the line until Palmer and the others return? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.